afternoon, Council of Comics. It is time Film and Box Office News, episode 138. We're doing Good Morning Vietnam today. We're back in 30 seconds.
Broadcast within 12 hours of his arrival. Something funny, Garlic? Perhaps you'd like to share it with the rest of us.
No, sir. The former vice president is a delight, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Seeing as how the VP is such a VIP, shouldn't we keep the PC on the QT? Because if it leaks to the VC, you can end up an MIA, and then we'd all be put on KP.
The brightest day. Where are the heroes? As soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone superhuman who can come and save my life. Crisis after crisis.
What is good? What is good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the world's greatest comic book channel with the world's greatest comic book shows for the world's greatest comic book people trying to win the world's greatest monthly giveaway. You, the Council of Comics. Yes, you are part of the Council of Comics too. I don't know why you don't think so. You show up here every Sunday. As always, the loyal council, C. Bizzle, Phil, Green Shirt Guy, Clifford on comics. How are y'all doing?
Green Shirt Guy in a whole new room. Nobody's home. I figured I'd sit in the living room.
Change the scenery. How's everybody's weekend before Memorial Weekend going?
Preparing for Memorial Weekend.
Yep.
No, it's been good. Yeah, I'm going away next weekend, so I'm going over to Connecticut for a bit.
Nice. I'm going to Stormville Flea Market next weekend.
Okay.
I'll be
Yeah.
in
I go there maybe once a year.
Once a year,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
I stack
last
up.
time I went, they had no laser discs, but they had a lot of records, and I made out with the records.
Nice.
Yeah, I love that place. Pretty good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Film and Box Office News, episode 138. Of course, our movie of the week is Good Morning Vietnam. It's my last movie in my trilogy. We'll get to that a little bit later. But, of course, we want to give you some duck chances to win some ducks. So, first one is going to be Good Morning Vietnam. Put that hashtag, put it as a banner at the bottom. Put that into the comment section below. And we'll just get started. Phil, you got that box office?
I do. Right now.
I'm sorry. Let me remove that.
There it goes. Weekend 20 of 2025. Number one movie this weekend is Final Destination Bloodlines, coming in with 51 million.
Wowzers.
Number two, Thunderbolts, coming in at 16,536,000. And number three is Sinners, coming in at 15,425,000. Minecraft movie came in at number 4, making another 5,870,000. The Accountant 2 came in number 5, came in just under 5 million with 4,959,000. Hurry Up Tomorrow came in number 6, made 3,300,000. Friendship number 7 came in and made $1,400,280. Clown in the Cornfield was number 8 this weekend, making $1,333,000. And Until Dawn made $800,000. And number 10, The Amateur, makes $712,000.
We're at top 3.
It's actually a higher box office than last weekend. So that was the other thing. It was almost like 20 million more.
It was
this
20
weekend.
million.
Come on,
21 million more.
Thunderbolts. Come on, baby. You can do it.
Not looking good.
You can do it, Thunderbolt. We got to keep that word of mouth going. We got to keep it
I
going.
mean, I'm already. It's not going to make the money it's supposed to.
What
I'm already
that
content.
one? Yeah. What was it supposed to make? That's the question.
I thought it would do maybe 5, 6, but that ain't
Okay. I didn't think it was gonna do like 5 or 6. Like
happening. And Fantastic Four should be very worried right now. Very worried.
I'm really disappointed because I honestly thought that word of mouth was going to give this movie a bump, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And the
neither
main-
of them didn't spoil the title.
Yeah.
I think that was a mistake.
It's the fatigue, man. The fatigue is set in.
Oh, now the fatigue is here. Oh, not the 5,000 times I mentioned it over 2
Not for
years.
me personally. You know what I mean? I'm sure not for y'all, but for the main going movie
I
audience.
definitely experienced the fatigue, and that's why I found Thunderbolts so refreshing. You know, because at least it felt like a true Marvel movie, and there wasn't a lot of nonsense to kick around.
Looks like you were thinking there, green shirt guy.
Well, I buy that slightly. I also think that this is not. I mean, for us in this room, it's different, but for the lay public, it's not a property that's well known, so it needed the word of mouth. And I think it got decent word of mouth, but maybe not. It's not, you know what I mean? Like when they did Guardians way back in the day, it's okay because it's still kind of fairly new and fresh. So like people are like, yeah, okay. But now, outside of using big names, you're having an issue pulling. And, plus you have that movie was not that great, so now you got the carryover.
Well, I want to piggyback on that and suggest that the immediate alteration in campaign to New Avengers may have been intentional to lure people to go see this movie.
Agreed, but I think it was a mistake.
But even still,
I mean, the problem with that is that this is not an Avengers level movie.
I mean, it's an Avengers level movie. It just, it's an Avengers level threat.
No.
I'm sorry. Someone who could.
Sentry is he's a powerful character, but I'm talking about the scope of the movie. This is not an Avengers level movie.
Sentry is an Avengers level threat. That's all I need for it to be an Avengers style movie.
No.
Are you referring to the fact that the Avengers movies were a combination of other movies to go into one major movie? Is that what you're referring to?
To that, and to the immensity of Avengers movies, like the action, the things that are going on, and this was not that. This was like maybe 80% of that. It wasn't.
Oh
Avengers
no!
movie.
Oh, it was only 80%.
What? What? Excuse me for wanting 100% Avengers movie, Cliff.
No, because
excuse me.
I want 100%.
You're the one that just said you get a little fatigued.
I'm the one labeling as like, oh, what do you want? And now I finally get what I want, and it's not good enough for you. But let's review.
I didn't say it was good enough for me. I said it's not an Avengers level movie.
Anyone who can consume,
and the box office clearly shows that.
So the whole development of White Widow comes from Black Widow's movie and her appearance on Hawkeye. Our journey with her is incomplete without those contributions. The big asshole there. Sorry.
The big asshole.
Walker.
The big asshole.
Walker.
Yeah, Walker, right? If we did not have Falcon and Winter Soldier, we get nowhere with him now. Unfortunately, the one who suffers the most is Ghost. Ghost suffers the most, but at least she gets some
Taskmaster suffers the most.
No, Taskmaster had to go. So then, who else do we have? Who am I forgetting here? Oh, Red Guardian. If we didn't have Black Widow, we don't get his transition here. So I felt that their journeys are in place, and that we get somewhere with them here. So I feel like that box is checked. You know,
Is it also due to the fact that the Avengers movies have more of an extinction level event rather than the Thunderbolts?
Yes.
yeah, but I do feel that Sentry is near extinction level event. I mean, look what he's capable of.
He has the potential to be an extinction level event.
I mean,
I don't know, but potential. I mean, if not for, I mean, spoiler alert, if not for them going into the void and turning him around, he takes over the world. It's over.
yeah.
Now, if he had done that over the whole world, maybe.
What would have stopped him?
There was nothing stopping him. The shadow was growing and growing the whole time.
Well, that's what I mean. What stopped him was the team, but it wasn't.
I still say the reason this movie is laying in the weeds is because your stars, if you will, outside of Florence Pugh, which I think it's a known commodity. Sebastian Stan's not drawing fans. He's probably the next one up, and the rest of the crew, nobody's. You couldn't have done a Red Guardian movie.
No.
You couldn't done a Ghost movie. You couldn't done a U.S. Agent movie. None of those movies would have made money. So you cobble together a bunch of, and if you haven't watched any of the Disney Plus shows, you don't know who any of these people are unless you're a comics person.
It's true.
That's what it suffers from.
Well, wait, no. Only one of these people comes out of a Disney Plus show, and that's Walker.
Well, no, because Black Widow was released on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
For a fee.
Yeah, I think it also went to the theater too, though.
That's how I watched it. I watched it for free.
Well, no, technically, the character was not Disney Plus.
Right, technically.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Like Yelena rides the fine line with that because of the whole COVID Black Widow thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now Center's still rocking good.
That's right. And see, there we have word of mouth trucking along. You know,
314 worldwide.
Oh my God, it's only 10 behind Thunderbolts.
Telling you,
325 worldwide on Thunderbolts.
That's wild.
I cannot say enough nice things about Clown in the Cornfield. If you like that kind of bloody slasher flick action, you gotta go see it.
I'm not sure this has the billion in it anymore. Like I feel like this.
Oh no! You know what, Phil? No, I never would have guessed this hitting 900 million. I'm not sad if they don't quite hit that $1 billion, but I still think they might.
No, it's close, isn't it? But yeah, I think the tank is like running, and it's what they could coast on now. It's also number 4. So,
what's the accountant doing?
The accountant too is doing 90 worldwide.
So is that nothing really big, huh?
After that, nothing really big is at the box office. What is it? Next weekend is Lilo and Stitch weekend.
I am so sad for Shadow Force. Like, so sad for Shadow Force.
What movie is it? That's the what's her face? That's not it. Is that it?
No, this is Vulcan Zadora. 2 friends take a trip to a Michigan forest intent on carrying out a disturbing pact.
That's a Phil right there.
That sounds like that. I mean, like,
what was the one
made $2 million.
What was the one Cliff was talking about? The Shadow Force.
Yeah, that's
Shadow Force, number 11.
Oh, that's the Washington movie. Is it Kerry Washington?
Couple.
Yes, Kerry Washington. Yeah.
And Elba, is that Idris?
No.
Huh.
No.
So small. I mean, what did you expect from this, Cliff?
That's a beautiful cast. Like what? Like Could someone have made an effort? Could someone have done something?
Hey, you got 188 international.
Jam-packed full of talents. Like, good lord.
So here's. I mean, I'm far be it from me to be the test case. I knew about this movie because I don't know about if you have a smart TV. A lot of times you turn it on like, oh, blah blah blah. They suggest you different things like, oh, that looks interesting. I'm like, oh, that's probably an Apple TV movie. Oh, it's in theaters. Never heard of it before that. If it was an Apple TV,
It reminds me
probably
of.
watched it, though.
It kind of reminds me of Mrs. and Mr. Smith with Angelina Jolie and
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Yeah.
All right. What's the last one on there?
That was the.
Oh, that was that one you showed. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, Volcanizadora. You made it on the box office. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Volcanizadora.
That's a feat in itself.
And listen. In the meantime, I've looked up that movie. I've heard nothing about these people. I don't know them. It won an award at the Tribeca Fantasia Film Festival. Like, all right, like, good for you. IFC loves it. The IFC Center is showing this movie, so something's right about this. Bloody Disgusting gave it the thumbs up. So, all right, let's go see this wild craziness. And then we'll watch Planes in Peru afterwards.
Speaking of wild craziness, let's get our first duck of the night, ladies and gentlemen. 15 seconds on the clock. Put it in the comment section. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop. Round and round it goes. Where it lands, no one in the council knows, ladies and gentlemen. But if it does get to you, you get a ticket to the really big show. Alfred Castro. You are in there, my friend. Next duck up is hashtag Riri Williams.
Come on, Riri. Come on.
Speaking of Riri, let me leave this up there. Since that's the hashtag, go to IMDb and let's talk about.
Don't forget to update the banner.
Yeah, I will. Let's talk about it.
I haven't actually watched the trailer yet. I know it came out. So.
It's a man in their 40s.
Whoa.
That's us.
What was that?
Is your son trolling you? Because that's what the song starts sounding like. The men in their 40s talking about comics and all the time that they've lost because their legs are in the grave.
Hey, it's got potential. It's got potential. Ironheart comes out June 24th. It's going to release 3 episodes the first week and then the last 3 episodes the second week. So it's going to be a 2-day event.
Damn.
How we feeling? How we feeling?
Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah,
I'm
cautiously
excited.
optimistic.
Because
I'm
I
absolutely
like
excited.
this character, but I don't think they've done her right yet.
I agree to a certain extent, but I'm going to enjoy this.
Well, the Ryan Coogler of it all tells me that we have a shot here.
He's executive producer though. He's not the.
I know, but I still feel like maybe his magic is still in there.
Yeah.
Now that
I
said,
think Wakanda Forever hurt her progression.
Yes, because it wasn't her in Wakanda Forever.
Well, it's the fact that she got her super suit already. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you're working backwards. You know what I mean?
No,
in the beginning of comics she doesn't have. No, she doesn't.
She has
like an old. She has one she found.
No.
Not her main
She has
suit.
one at the beginning.
Yeah,
The
but it's not her
worst
main suit.
that she has in
It's
the
not the
comic.
pink piece of garbage she's wearing now. No, you're right.
But that's what
She
I'm trying to
has
say. That came in Wakanda Forever.
Well, my point is in the comic, she has an Iron Man level suit when you first meet her.
No, I understand that. But the point I'm making is that I wanted that to come before we ever saw the pink suit.
Okay,
You see
I
what
have a
I'm
lot to unpack here.
Well, she had a
Number one.
Gundam suit in the movie. Which
Number
is
one,
not-
that garbage outfit in Wakanda Forever that looks like someone vomited it up after they
Thank
were
you.
watching a night of anime is not her suit. Even the
100%.
pink one from the comics is a step up.
Hey,
No.
you just gave Kugler props. Kugler okayed that.
Listen, he doesn't have literal control over everything, and movies have to get made. Yeah, he's allowed to get a few breaks.
Of Wakanda Forever, of the director? Yes, he does.
He
He can
allowed
say
to
whether
get a
he
few
likes
breaks.
the design or not.
He's allowed to get a few breaks from me. And you know what? A lot of young people like that anime-esque thing. Maybe that's what he thought he was appealing to when he made the decision. He gets a break from me on that because his overall brilliance and delivery wins. That said, coming back around, that was number one. Number two, in the comics, after War Machine is wrongfully murdered because that was one of many terrible Civil War II decisions, and they basically should never have written that damn story. She uses the remains of that War Machine armor to make her first armor in the comics. Then, oh my God, see if this will back me up here. I'm losing train of thought.
I want to say this. I want to agree with Cliff on this. The Wakanda Forever suit was too bulky. It was too. It didn't fit Riri Williams. What we see her today, even with the pink armor, the armor she had before that, the Iron Man's sleek armor. That's what I call it. She looked great in that, and I was hoping I was going to see that in Wakanda Forever, but I'm okay with her getting a newer suit in Ironheart. I don't look at it as, I mean, maybe it is going backwards, but you know how it is in Wakanda. Not too many things come out of Wakanda. If they built you something, not too many things leave that nation. Only two things I know of: Captain America's shield and
Bucky's
arm. That's the only two things I've seen come out of Wakanda. And something that powerful as that suit, I knew that was not going to leave Wakanda. And I knew she was smart enough to build another one. Now, are they going to use her for the new Champions movie? We'll see.
Yeah. Now let's get down to the brass tacks of it all. Okay, is this going to be any good? What do we think about the Hood? And yes, I rhymed. I like this actor.
Yes.
I have concerns that they may not play the Hood serious enough, which all the way through, right? Because in the comics, starting with the original Hood miniseries, the Hood is like a thug, but he defeats a demon, and he gets that demon's boots and cloak. The boots allowing him to turn invisible, the cloak allowing him to fly. And the more progressive he gets with the abilities, the more the demon has an influence over him, right? And that's when he starts becoming a greater threat to the point where he steals an infinity gem. But I feel he comes off a little on the corny side here, but I don't mind that if that's how they're going to play this out. But that is one concern I have here.
Okay.
I'm very interested in the Hood character, how they're gonna portray him in the MCU.
I'm excited for this show.
Yeah.
So am I. I'm excited for every Marvel show. So
I'm excited for everything, but we live in a time frame where I have stomach knot inducing concerns about every product.
all right, that's Andor. Phil, you got anything to say about the show?
No, I'm gonna look forward to it. I think it's gonna be okay. There hasn't really been something like a super bad, I think, TV show. So I just stopped watching it. So
I don't know. The Alkalite was hanging out in that mess.
yeah, but
I like the Acolyte.
I got through all 8 episodes of that. So
Y'all are lucky that Manny Jacinto is fine as F, because y'all were dragging me through that one, just dragging me.
Well, let's see if we can drag you up a little bit better. Superman dropped a new trailer. What are we thinking about Superman?
I feel good about the trailer.
Yes.
I think it's going to be a pretty good movie. Like, I think July 11th, we're all going to go see it. And I think it's going to be pretty good. Except for
I think July 11th, most of us should go see it together and make a video. And those of you who don't wish to be there, good luck. So, but we should see it.
I'm going to see it
Kamara's
myself.
birthday.
There you go.
What a wonderful present it'll be for her to hang out with us in the theater watching.
Yeah, that's the way you want to put that.
We thought that we'd help you out. They changed some things, like when he gets hit in the head with the can, he no longer flinches.
Yeah, the first trailer. Yeah, the first time they showed it. Yeah.
Grillo doing whatever Grillo does.
You mean being menacing, being like people out here killing my son and I'm having none of it?
That's the dude that played Crossbones, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big wars. Superman's angry because he's stopping wars and people won't let him stop wars.
I mean, he's right about it.
They'll get mad at him for stopping him.
By the way, the other day we were talking about this and we were trying. I don't even remember who I was with because I'm just on too many goddamn live shows. But we were talking about this and what it means to be in that situation. And everyone's like, oh, well, none of us can be in that situation. Oh, look, Mark Wade Street in the background. I love it. But none of us have been in that situation. But I could not let that rest. I couldn't imagine that no one's been in this situation. And I have found that it's usually Doctors Without Borders are often in these situations where they are often like, well, what did you expect me to do? Leave and let people die? So there's some real life heroes right there who often experience some of these issues.
Yep.
Ultraman.
Yeah, whatever that piece of garbage is supposed to be. Let me tell you, I have already stated there's too many mother lovers in this movie. And then not only do we still see Ultraman, okay, but then we get the Hammer of Bavaria, whatever the hell that's supposed to be. Why?
I think that's going to be a quick scene, though. I don't think that's.
You better hope.
The implications are intense because Bavaria, whatever, is one of the places that Superman prevented from having a war. So now they're angry and they launch this superpowered menace out against Superman, clearly a Superman level threat because it has freaking heat vision. What are we supposed to like? I mean, there's so much going on in this movie. I am so scared. My butthole can't take all of this anxiety. But anyhow, that said, it was still a very hopeful trailer, colorful trailer. There was a lot of things I miss my comedic timing. You know, I really enjoyed Lois playing devil's advocate and really bringing it to him, you know. And calm down, Cliff. You haven't seen the movie yet. Shut up, mutant hater. Shut up, mutant hater. I don't want to hear it. You're trying to kill half the X-Men. I can't stand it. No.
Wait, what?
What are you talking about?
Oh, no. Kingdom of Nerds is in another chat being like, can we kill half the mutants already so that we can reduce the
They already did that.
They did. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, stop killing my mutants. Stop killing them.
Join around the time of House of M.
Look at this. We're on a live stream and I'm angry about it from something from a chat.
Well, I think
Must
this was
be a day
pretty
that ends
good.
in Y.
I think it's gonna be. I think it'll be a pretty. I don't know. Like there again, do you, you think this is gonna be bigger though than Fantastic Four?
Yes,
Yeah, probably.
I do.
Yeah, because more people are more familiar with Superman.
Exactly.
Fantastic Four.
Superman's bump is recognition. That's it.
Yeah.
Like,
You know?
Fantastic Four has to be a phenomenal movie, I think,
Yeah.
to beat Superman.
Yeah.
And it could be. You never know. It could be.
Well, and with that, I've been seeing a lot on social media that if you only have money for one film, which one would you see?
Fantastic Four.
I ignore those because I'm gonna see both anyways.
Yeah, I'd answer just like, but I have enough money.
Yeah.
Why would I torture myself like that?
Right.
Do you like the callbacks to the original Superman with the fonts and all that?
Sure.
Yeah, I do.
I like it, but I'm annoyed by it because I know it's only there to tug at my my nostalgia.
Yeah, it's kind of riding coattails a little bit, I think.
Oh, it's terrible. Absolutely
Kinda?
riding coattails.
Kinda.
Instead of coming up with your
Both
own.
kind of Catholic too.
is the entire DC film DC universe is hanging on this one movie?
Oh,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Warner Brothers is constantly on the edge of financial freaking disaster. You know, it's like, oh, we had $1 billion movie. Oh, we had a $250 million movie. Oh, we lost $1 billion mysteriously. Like I can't. It's too much.
They're not on financial disaster.
And you know what's worse? Do you want to know what's worse? What's worse in all of this is that if Superman does poorly, it still takes everything else down with the ship because the most general audiences don't know the difference between Marvel movies and DC movies. You know?
Yes.
All they know is it's a comic book movie and they recognize a Superman or they recognize a Wolverine. That's it. That's all they got. So if Superman tanks, then it's doomsday for Warner Brothers, but it also is not looking so good for Marvel either.
The casual audience don't know the difference between Marvel and DC.
They really don't. They don't.
Now, all this talk about Superman this, Superman that, I have yet to hear anybody ask, what do you guys think about Lex Luthor?
I think he looks the part.
I'm
I
not
mean,
sold.
It's the sexiest Lex Luthor I've had to date. Those blue eyes are doing it for me, you know. And he looked good as Beast too.
I think it's going the same route of a young Lex Luthor that I thought didn't work with BVS.
Yeah, you're wrong because this dude is way older than that kid. Also,
Doesn't look any older though.
Yeah.
Oh my God! That's just a testament to how damn good looking this man is. But
I mean,
he looks way less crazy. The what's his name, who I do like, was too crazy as Lex, just way too crazy.
I mean, we got to see what performance he does too.
I think he's gonna do great. And listen, everything he's been in, even when he plays freaking Q in the Bond movies, I've enjoyed him.
And he's playing a different. He's playing a
Yes,
different Lex too. He's
No,
playing
he
a
did
Lex.
Yes, he has.
No, not in the most. You're talking the Daniel Craig ones.
Oh, I don't know. I can't tell the
No,
difference
he is
in
not.
Bond movies. I only know that I
Clearly
like
you don't,
him.
because this is not him.
Let's go find out which ones he's been in.
While you're looking that up, he's playing a different Lex. He's playing a Lex that knows about Superman. That he's already 2 years in with Superman, so we'll see how he does that. All right, so we're all excited for this.
yeah, I look forward to it.
I don't know. He looks like a baby. He looks like a baby.
Be a nice night out for some popcorn and some soda and.
Oh my God, you're right.
I know I'm right. It's a
I'm
completely
so
different
wrong.
guy.
Well, this is what I get for not liking Bond films. But yes, I enjoy him in Renfield. I enjoy him in Warm Bodies. I enjoyed him in Skins.
He's a good
But-
actor. I'm just saying he's not in the Bond movie.
I'm a oh, and a Nosferatu. He was just a Nosferatu. Yes, I love him.
Last one I want to talk about real quick. Andor has finished.
So good. So good.
Andor has finished.
Andor is the best thing to happen to Star Wars since Darth Maul's lightsaber.
Ooh.
You know what?
Ooh.
Let me think
Yeah,
about that.
I gotta tell you, no, because
Hmm.
honestly, Sam, you gotta change the banner.
Oh no! And you did
But
warn me, didn't you,
honestly,
Suzuki?
like,
Sorry.
I just feel like Andor. You know what? You're right, Green Sugar. I feel like Andor did all the right moves. Look at you, Kingdom of Nerds. All hail Queen Kennedy. I would love to know what she actually does. I would like
Exactly. I don't think she had anything to do with this.
You know, the best thing that she did was hire John Favreau. That was the best move she made. But coming back
Kathleen
around,
Kennedy?
yes,
She's been a part of some big movies now. Let's not.
Oh,
This
John.
is one of the few shows, in really all shows that I can think of. I'm not talking just Star Wars, but shows in general, where the second season is probably better than the first one. And the first one is strong.
Cliff,
Hold
if
on,
you
let
give
me-
John
let me-
his thank you.
Let me give John his thank.
Hooray. Andor is phenomenal.
So
Probably one of the best last scenes
Yeah.
in any show I've ever watched.
Did it not gut? Did it just not gut you that final
It was
scene?
one of the best things I ever saw.
I both loved and hated that. I loved it because it was like, oh, but then I'm also going, you didn't even like tease this at all.
Mm-hmm.
So to give me this at the end, it was kind of like, well, even if he didn't know, if you had somehow teased that she knew the whole time, it would have been better.
Yeah, but if you would have teased it, people would have caught on to it. It had more of an impact with it when we didn't get
teased
teased.
it a little bit and make it slightly ambiguous, but maybe she's has a feeling, then it makes more sense. But it's not a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
I liked it. I think she knew what she was doing. I think that she knew that he would not have been able to stay committed if she told him the truth.
Yeah.
But
The
I
question is when did she know? Because she's been doing drugs for a little while here.
I think she knew. I think she knew.
Well, that's my point. If she knew,
Well,
then why would you start doing all those drugs? Because you know that can't.
no,
be
because these last 3 episodes
Oh, maybe
are
it's
a year.
later.
They're a
Okay.
year later.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
but still, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like this is a perfect build up to Rogue One. I watched Rogue One right after it. There's the little slight things like wardrobe and stuff like that.
Well, the
blah.
wardrobe lines up. What bothered me is that's where you're going to open up the next movie. You can't make his facial hair match.
He looks like a little thinner and younger.
That's fine, but
Yeah.
he has a beard at the end of the show as he's leaving to go to I can't remember the name of the planet to meet the guy who shoots in the alley. You can't make his facial
Kafrene.
hair match up. Like it's stupid little things like that bother me.
Yeah.
But it's not enough to ruin the convergence of the two.
Mm-hmm. And is it Kelsey or whatever her name is going in to take care of Luthen?
Oh,
That was probably my favorite episode of the bunch, where she goes to the hospital.
Yeah,
that was
pretty
probably
dope.
my favorite episode because she's on some, it felt like
Clay,
a stealth video game. Like she just
how
has
is
to
she
stay-
gonna get over there? How is she gonna do this? How's she gonna do that?
And then,
I
I
also think-
thought at first she was gonna try to save him or get him out of there, and then no, she's going there to pull the plug.
I figured
And,
that because I was like, how is she gonna get him out of there? I was like, she's probably just going there to finish the job.
I think honestly she's okay with if she didn't make it. Like I know that I have to take care of this to close at that end, but if I don't get out, it's fine because whatever. But
I like
gonna
that.
try and get out. You know what I mean?
I like that part with Lutheran and like her as the kid, and he has like the bomb right there, and she was gonna do it, and he takes it from her. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I wanted to see her like pull it on, like boom.
Yeah.
Well, how about when they
Great
shoot
show.
Mustache there, Mustache White Coat, or you don't even see how he kills him. You just see him.
Oh yeah. I thought that was
Like, wow.
messed up. That was messed up, man.
Luther's
But
like, all right, well, I guess
not-
you're dead now.
It's not a surprise.
You served
though.
your purpose, and you know that guy was
Yeah.
a family because he wanted to get out. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what's the key? When I watch Rogue One again, now you realize when Saw Gerrera is breathing in that stuff. When you
Yes.
first watched it, you thought it was oxygen. It's not oxygen. It's that fuel that he's breathing in.
Correct.
I was like, oh.
Well, and how about with him, where they're trying to tell him, hey, we're trying to work with you. Don't do this in that last episode where you see it and they're like, well, he's on his own now. He's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. Very, very good. Recommended. One of the best Star Wars shows. Probably the best Star Wars TV show that's come out on Disney Plus.
And for those who are trying to write side stories, not just in the Star Wars universe, but really any universe where you're trying to fill in a storyline that really hasn't been told, this is how you do it. It doesn't have to always be super reverent to the main saga story to be good. It can be well written and be like a side off to the side thing and be its own thing. Because
So
we
you're
don't see a
saying-
lightsaber once in this whole thing.
So you're saying
They
that
really are talking about the Force in the very last episode.
so you're saying they don't have to make a show about the Skywalkers to be good?
Correct.
Mm.
Yeah, because
Interesting.
until what's his name, Organ, that's the other one that slightly bothered me, and I'm okay. Again, I got over it with is the fact that Benjamin Pratt plays Organa, and then you see him in Rogue One, and it's not the same actor, and it's supposed to be the same time frame. Again, I get over it quickly, but
They don't say why he didn't show up. They just say that he wasn't available
right.
to reprise the role. I'm thinking it might be health-wise because
It may be.
why would you know?
How about
All right, that's
Dedra's
Andor.
in prison now.
Huh?
Dedra's in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's sloppy anyway. She's
She was she's in that prison where like you can't touch the floor.
Right. She's in the
Yeah.
You know what's so funny is she was so careful all the time. And actually, you know what? If you think about it, she thought she was being careful. She had no idea that what's his name there had access to her messages.
Yeah, she didn't know.
That's how.
But you're messing with the Empire, though. You're messing with the Empire. Like the Empire.
I
don't care
know,
about
but
that.
she's down with the Empire. You know, she's down with it. And what's his name was down with it, but he was down with it like in the brainwashed way. She was down with it in the I already decided that there are winners and losers. I'm choosing the winners. She already made her peace. He did not, and then everything went to hell in a handbasket after that.
I do like her scene in the beginning with Luthen, because you don't know if she, you know what I mean, until she opens the box and then all that. She's like, I've waited so long for this.
Right. Well, what's wild
then
too is remember her underling kind of takes over the Axis, if you will, investigation, and he gets a pretty horrible end.
Yeah. To himself, but
I mean,
pretty good. Didn't need any Palpatine. Didn't need any Vader. Really good.
And again,
we did. Did you notice that we hear Vader breathe at the end when what's his name is looking out at the Death Star?
Yeah.
No, I didn't, but I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah, when you watch what's it the guy with the cape who actually shows up in
Krennic.
When Krennic was looking out at the Death Star, the camera's coming towards him and you hear Vader's breathing, and I'm like,
we also don't get Tarkin either.
No, we don't.
No.
But that's probably for the best. You want to know something funny? Today, for the 100th time in so many years, someone mentioned how bad Tarkin and Leia look. Now, when I saw it in the theater, I thought Tarkin looked amazing and Leia looked like garbage. When I watched it at home on my regular TV, I thought Tarkin looked amazing and Leia still looked like garbage. When I went to my friend's house with his 8K Samsung, I thought they both looked like trash, and I was like, oh no, we're not supposed to watch movies this way.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, where are your settings? Turn off the refresh rate, turn off everything, turn it all off.
Well, make sure you guys out there go check out Andor. It's really, 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 really good. Next
I think
hashtag
8.5
up.
is too
About to
low
spin
for
for
that,
Riri Williams. Riri Williams. 15 seconds on the clock. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Clifford, get ready with some announcements. I'll do some before you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and draw. Who's going to win the duck? Who's going to get it? Clifford. Who's it going to be, Clifford?
Oh, how lovely. How lovely. Let's see. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da. All right, C-Bizzle, tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
John's Comics for Kids.
All right, at John's Comics.
The X-Men family completed.
Next hashtag. Oh. Phil, can I get a hashtag?
Oh. We'll just do Robin Williams.
Boom. Robin Williams. Copy. Make sure you put that into the comments section.
John.
Who got paid? You got paid? Who got paid?
Yeah.
All right, that's at the bottom. Let me do some announcements real quick, and then we'll get to the last part of the show. Young at Heart Foundation is a great organization run by our good friend Mike out in California. They do great things for kids awaiting medical procedures out there. 2 ways you can help. You can go to youngatheartfoundation.com, scroll down, and click this green register to become a donor button for Donate at Life America, because more than 100,000 people are waiting for a life-saving transplant, and you can help by registering to be an organ donor today. Second way to help is to sponsor a Hope Kit. They'll collect all the funds that they gather together and make these great little gift boxes for the kids. And it's 100% tax deductible. You have another way you want to help Mike and the organization, give them a call at 323-396-9998 or email them at info@youngatheartfoundation.com. Tell them the council sent you. Next up is Alternatives. This is our home away from home, located in Hyde Park, New York, 870 Violet Avenue, Hyde Park, New York. It's owned by our good friend Anthony. And Anthony has a special for you guys out there trying to get your comics. You don't have a local LCS or it's just too far away. Anthony's going to solve all those problems for you. You give him a call. I'll give you the number in a second. You're going to give him your pull list. Then he's going to bag and board all your books at no extra cost. And he's going to take 10% off the order and ship it out to you. If that's something that you want to do, give Anthony a call at 845-233-4234 or email him at alternaverse2@AOL.com. The website is alternaverse.net. They have comics, cards, toys, and they have card tournaments every weekend. Lorcana, Pokemon, Magic, whatever it is, get in touch with Anthony and he will give you the schedule. We are also part of this wonderful Sunday lineup. At 9:30 a.m. was the Hangover Show. Brian LCS was a special guest on there. You can go back and watch the rewatch for that. At 10:45 is Comics Curing Cancer Auction. You can go watch the rewatch on that. Oh, no. Wrong button. At 1:30. Is that 1:30, Clifford?
That was 1:30, yes.
1:30 was the Merry Monday Mail Call Show. You can go back and watch that rewatch. Right now, we got Film and Box Office News is what you're watching right now at 5 p.m. Then, after us at 6 p.m., you got Heroes for Hire Comic Club, Sunday Super Show Extravaganza. Then at 8:30, we have A Legion of Comics with At Weekend's End. And then at 9 p.m., we have Black Crown Comics with their weekly comic wrap-up. And last but not least, at 10 p.m., they're kicking it with K-pop, just doing Warline. And now here's Cliff with the rest of the story.
Of course. Well, I would be remiss if I don't start with Black Crown Comics tonight at 9 p.m. with special guest Cliff on Comics, where we're going to be covering FOC, market reports, and hot topics. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm very excited. I'm so happy to return. All right. And with that, my windows are messing up, so that's just awesome. Give me a second to go fix this. Can I fix it? I don't know. Old, that's it. Who I want. Old stuff is cool. Old stuff is cool. All right. So I met this lovely gentleman yesterday. Come on, browser. So I met John yesterday. John has a channel called Old Stuff is Cool. He's got a lot of great videos. He's at 109 subscribers, folks. 109. Go and share this, get some love with this guy. You know, go look at his pickups, his Spidey haul, and Lord only knows after the shopping that he and I did yesterday, what he brought back from the comic swap. So please give him some love. So he's my special shout out for today. And back to the usual. Cliff on Comics, my channel where you can catch me with Comics and Coffee with Cliff, Comics and Cocktails with Cliff, Comics and Company with Cliff, depending on what the beverage system is. Go check out last Friday's episode, me and Seabizzle, which was really lovely, even though he kept me up past my bedtime. But it was a good episode. And a great cocktail Seabizzle was added to his rotation. Next up, our home, where most of you are joining us now, the Council of Comics, where you can catch us 3.5 days a week, with Sundays at 5 p.m. for the box office and our movie reviews, Mondays for new keys and hot comics of the week, Wednesdays where we drop New Comic Book Day, and then we do a live hangout, and every other Thursday for Fill in the Blanks with C Bizzle and Green Shirt Guy. And every one of those shows, the live shows, gives you an opportunity for a duck in the best comic book community monthly giveaway. And last but not least, after a long week of styling and profiling, it's time for some couching and slouching with C Bizzle. C Bizzle, take it away.
Appreciate you, Cliff. I want to thank everybody that's been subbed to my channel. I really do appreciate you guys immensely. Mostly my channel, I do unboxings and hype books that I'm hyped about for New Comic Book Day. I always drop every Monday the 3 books that I'm hyped for, and I always like doing those and have a great time. Also, I just dropped what I picked up from Free Comic Book Day, and another video is going to be dropping. I have an unboxing video that's going to be dropping tomorrow as well. You also can catch me here with the Council Comics every Sunday, Monday, and Wednesdays, and also every other Thursday. I'll be here with my good friend, the Green Shirt Guy, and this not this coming Thursday, but the following Thursday, we'll be doing G.I. Joe, and we have our host Sam is going to be there. We always have a good time with great questions and great interactions with not just our host, but everybody in chat. So please come check us out, and so all of us can have a great time there. And while y'all sitting there watching these videos, make sure y'all go back and watch our old videos. And that while y'all sitting there mowing the lawn or cutting your dog's hair or washing dishes, just put us on. That way we get our watch hours up, and we'll appreciate you. Thank you.
Excellent. Those are tonight's shout outs and things. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate y'all. And go show John over there some love. 109 followers. Come on, we can do better than that.
Yes.
Old Stuff is Cool with an IZ instead of an IS.
Indeed. Well, thank you very much, guys. It's time for that part of the show. This week's movie, Good Morning Vietnam, starring Robin Williams, last of my trilogy. In 1965, an unorthodox and irreverent DJ named Adrian Crowner begins to shake up things when he is assigned to the U.S. Armed Services radio station in Vietnam. All right, don't let me stop you all at once here. Yeah.
That was
It's a great movie, and it blends Robin Williams' ability to do rapid fire comedy and
improvisation. Yeah.
right, and his improvisation, but also a dramatic flair into it as well.
yeah.
And Forrest Whitaker, thank you.
Yes.
He looks super young in this.
So young.
Woo.
It was 1987.
It was.
I
but
know,
it
right?
feels
Like,
it was
damn.
much longer than that.
Yeah, I was 8 when this movie came out.
The director is Barry Levinson, right? He did a great job here, right? Humor and tragedy, the tonal shifts were good, right?
Yeah.
Because Robin Williams' character is a person who knows that everything is crap, but they're trying to make the best of it, right? And they're trying to bring some hope and some levity to the awfulness. So the tonal shifts are very natural and organic, because it's not like he's this goofy off the wall person shoved into a tragic military scene. He is a person in a tragic military scene trying to offer entertainment and comfort, right?
Well,
Yes.
Yeah.
In a way.
I mean, obviously, I wasn't around for Vietnam because I'm not old enough. But oddly enough, I have been watching Vietnam War documentaries and so forth recently. Not having no idea you were going to pick this as a movie. So, watching that stuff, I get more of a tenor of the time and whatever. So I'm watching this movie, and there's parts of it, the way it's directed, I'm like, is this an indictment of the Vietnam War, or are you just trying to show what could have been happening at the time? Like, it kind of bounces around between.
I think it's both.
I'm fine with it either way.
Yeah, I think it's both.
Yeah.
Very loosely based off of a real person too.
Is it? That's what I was also wondering.
Yeah, no, yeah, there was a real Adrian Croner DJ
Kinda.
over at Vietnam. Nothing like Robert Williams is like fire comedy there, but
The thing that gets me through the whole movie, and I enjoyed this movie. So this is again those of you at home that think I'm overly critical, I love movies. So it's more of I'm watching it going, well, so he's in the military. We know that. He's an Air Force guy. None of the guys at the radio station know him until he shows up. However, the top brass knows why they're sending him there, because they want him to put on his show, because clearly he's got a talent. He shows up and they all bitch about what he's doing. Like, well, what did you think you were going to get? Did you think he was going to be the guys you have that just read the news and it's boring? No, you brought him in to do this. Then the 2 or 3 of you fight with him the whole time. It made no sense to me. And the guy who plays Sergeant Major, whatever, is that guy ever play a movie where he's not a prick? Like, holy crap, he's a prick through the whole movie.
Yeah.
Are you talking about JT Walsh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Name a movie where he's not an asshole.
Listen, he knows how to bring home the paycheck, all right?
He's a great actor, but he always plays a dick.
He does. he absolutely, especially in the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Bruno Kirby in this one, while being slightly funny because he's just so inept, was so wild to me because he's kind of a jerk in this too. And I'm used to seeing him in Billy Crystal movies where he's the quirky side friend.
Yeah.
I thought I liked the scenes where the news is coming in.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like, they only let out the news that gets approved by those 2 twin guys or whatever. Yeah. And he wants to let the troops know, but I guess they don't want the news getting out about the bad things because it'll bring down the troops.
Right.
And,
Yes.
and I'm kind of stuck on a fence on that. And it's kind of true. You know what I mean?
You don't think that happens now?
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I know.
Happens now.
What do you do? Do you risk lowering your troop morale, or do you censor the news?
I think you have to censor the news if it's the
Yeah.
war that they were fighting. I think you almost have to, because how are you
Yes.
going to send guys into an area that they know they're all going to die?
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know there's a sense of morality about that, but you know, if you give them the actual what's going on, they might not fight as hard, and it might be even worse.
Yeah.
Worse outcome.
Yeah. Another powerful part of this movie when he was in the restaurant or whatever, the cafe.
Yeah.
And the little brother was like, "Oh, she really likes you. Come now. She wants to see you right now. Right now."
That's when I hadn't seen this movie in probably 20 years. And that's when I went, oh, right.
Yeah.
The little guy's in on it, clearly.
Yeah.
Right. But I didn't understand why he didn't make more effort to go after him after that.
Uh,
You know what I
I
mean?
think he was friends with him.
Right, but you
want
could
him
put
to
kind of
die.
put two and two together afterwards. Like, wait a minute, you knew that thing was gonna blow up.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But
Right,
He
but
does.
he
He does
also-
eventually go after him though, because he goes after him because the government took pictures of him with that kid. They're kind of linking him with that kid, so he has to leave.
Right.
So he does one little last ditch effort to go try to save him. I don't know what he was
Or at
trying
least
to do.
warn him. I think he knows that it's kind of probably a lost cause, but
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that was a deep part of the movie too.
I'll say this: the MPs are not letting him play baseball before taking him to the plane.
Yeah,
they're gonna-
yeah.
That's it. They're not.
They're gonna yell. You're gonna get your honorable discharge and be out.
Right.
Yeah.
What other parts of this movie did you guys enjoy? Or
There was
didn't
a couple
enjoy?
lines here and there that made me laugh, and I wish I'd written them all down. I mean, the last one's pretty great.
There was a whole lot because it's been so long since I watched this of like Robin Williams Fireball stuff that like I was like, man, I did not get that reference when I watched this the last time. And then now I'm like getting all these like references and
the scene. I mean, I think what kind of brings home the dichotomy of what's going on is the scene where he's like, I'm not doing it anymore. They can, I'm just going to go teach my English class. And Forrest Whitaker forces him. He's like, oh, guess who I got in the Jeep here? And then he's like, oh, that's why I'm still doing it.
Yeah. I mean,
But the closing scene's great, where he says, I'm not going to repeat the line because we're trying to make this a family show. And then you see the general in the elevator. He's like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, some things, some quotes in this movie we can't say on this show.
Right.
this is a rated R movie too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It would be
I
rated.
think maybe-
Here's the thing: this is a rated R movie back then, but this would be a rated R movie today.
Yeah.
Yes.
As it should be, because the topic and tone is heavy enough.
Well,
Yeah.
the topic and the tone you could do. I think it's more of the language and a few of the other things that are involved in it.
You know, honestly,
But
I
you can't
guess
get
you're
away
right. It's probably more about language because, you know.
Yeah, we were less PC compliant back then.
Right. And really,
there was
there's
some
no-
blood though
There's
Yeah.
a little, but there's no.
when they blow up
real
the
gore.
restaurant.
Right, but
Yeah.
you already see people dead. You just see them bloody, and they're not like blown to pieces. They're just laying there. It for a Vietnam War era movie, there's very little violence in this movie.
Mhm.
Yes, in comparison to other ones.
yeah. This wasn't like Apocalypse Now or something.
No.
Or Platoon.
Yeah.
We had like this did get me thinking. We had like a whole little run of Vietnam movies, like when we were kids. That like Apocalypse Now and Full Metal Jacket and Platoon, and
Yeah.
Well, because
it was
if you
like
think about it, it's our grandfather's movies. Those are made for them because it's 20 years later. Whereas what's going to be made for us very shortly? You know what I mean?
You had much younger grandfathers than I did.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, well, maybe not grandfather, but you know what I'm saying. Like you're
I
making
mean,
movies
more
that
so,
go
it would
back.
be like these were the movies about your dad's era.
yeah,
It's more
yeah.
about it.
The craziest thing I saw recently when we're talking about stuff like that, I saw a meme the other day where the time distance for the Indiana Jones movies. If you were to make the first one now, he would have been going back to research things in 1981.
Yeah, go figure.
How crazy is that?
1981. I was just a
Crazy.
3-year-old pup.
Yeah, I was 2.
We're old, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
only
Men,
about the
men
same.
over
We're
40s.
old. We're old, but I live in a lifetime where I got to see Christopher Reeve as Superman, where I got to see Indiana Jones, where I got to see Star Wars, where I got to see Schitt's Creek. And you know what? And that's good. That's good. And
I mean,
got to see
we're
you.
old, but our generation doesn't look like previous generations. 45,
100%.
47. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
because our generation was like, oh my God, look what smoking does to you.
Well,
True.
I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
No, I think Cliff is on to a point. There
Yeah,
was, yeah,
I
like
agree.
You don't think they do as much now? I think they do as
Cigarettes?
no. You
No.
used to be able to smoke at like the mall. You
Yeah.
Well,
used to-
the places where you can smoke is
people still smoke though.
Yeah, people still smoke.
Yeah,
Right, but, but they can't smoke with that. They can't smoke like before. You could smoke all day in the office.
So
right?
now you go outside
Now-
and smoke. So now you
Yeah.
smoke more in your car, which is
I guess
basically-
it does help a little bit though. It gives you less places to smoke.
and
No,
back then, cigarettes were like $1 a pack. Like-
Facts.
Can you
I
imagine?
think the price and the limitations on your time to do it help balance it out. But do
I
we have
think you're wrong because
greater-
I think people just smoke when it's a bit. If you're going to smoke, okay, I can't smoke at work, so you just double up when you're out of work.
Yeah, but we see signs that people don't. But what we do see signs of is that we have a greater opioid epidemic than ever before.
There's that too.
The average,
So
the average,
so we got
the average
problems.
pack of
We got problems.
the average pack of cigarettes today is $10.25.
That's the
Right.
average.
You
And
know,
that's- and the idea was, if we raise it to this price,
Remember
people
that?
quit. People
Yeah,
still
we're gonna raise it so you guys quit. They were like, we're
People
not gonna
still
quit.
Yeah, but also you don't see it advertised as much as you did back in the day.
Mm,
Because they
On
can't
television.
advertise it on television anymore.
Yeah, you don't see
I
it
don't
on
remember it
television.
ever being on television, but it was in magazines.
oh my
Oh,
God,
yeah.
dude, you
It
don't
was on
remember the
television.
Marlboro Man?
And the
You don't
Marlboro Man.
remember? You
Yeah.
don't remember the
Camel?
menthol commercial with those sexy woman coming out of the
Yeah,
pool?
I remember those.
I remember
I
all of
remember
that.
that.
I just
All of
remember.
it.
I
Yeah.
remember all the commercials in magazines. Remember the Virginia Slims ones in the commercials. That's the one.
That-
Yeah, Virginia
That's
Slims.
that was my mom's favorite brand was Virginia Slims.
Little thin
Another thing
cigarettes.
too, I remember when I was a kid, my mom would send me. I could buy cigarettes for my mom
Yeah,
when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I could go down the street and
Yeah.
buy cigarettes.
I didn't, but I do remember that happening.
I bought my dad a couple packs from the grocery store in the corner. Because my dad would always be doing construction in the house and all that. And I have to go get milk. He's like, oh, give me cigarettes too.
Virginia
Like, all
Virginia
right.
Slims menthol lights. I remember
Yes.
to this day. That's the one I had to buy for my mom.
My grandfather used to smoke the Marlboro Reds, bro. The
Mm.
That was-
Reds.
Mm.
Not the what were the other ones? And then Winston Salem. Remember Winston Salem?
Winston-Salem. Yep.
Yeah, I
Wow.
don't smoke cigarettes. I occasionally smoke a cigar, but not in the room, same room as my comic book.
Yeah, I'm more of
I
a
always do it
cigar
outside.
person.
Yeah,
James Abel says we also had candy cigarettes.
we
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
did.
I used to
We
go into
did.
Woolworths right there, boy. Get the Woolworths, get
So
the
there was-
candies.
There was two different kinds. I don't know about you guys, but there was the little teeny, the thin one that was crunchy, right?
Yeah.
Then there was the one that looked like I think it was bubble gum on the inside.
Yeah, it was
about
bubble
this
gum on
long,
the inside.
and you could
could
go like
blow
this,
it
and
out.
it would pump
Yeah.
out the powder.
Yeah. I mean, looking back, like that's horrible. That
Well, but yeah, it was like everyone smokes. It wasn't a big deal.
that's horrible, but it was fun back then. So
It was.
I mean, and even that generation, previous generation, wasn't as bad as like the 50s and 60s generation.
True.
of smoking. Like they were horrible. Like
Yes.
What's
literally
wild,
horrible.
though, when you think about it, is yes, the generation before, our grandparents or whatever, smoked way more. But how many of them lived in their 90s, and how many people in our parents' generation died quick from smoking?
Because they actually did work, and they were healthy.
Right.
Yeah.
As the generations grew further and further, it did less. So it affected them more. All right. That's our movie. Let's get some numbers. I'm gonna start off with C Bizzle.
I really enjoyed this movie a lot. I think this is my second time. I'm with Grinch guy. This is my second time watching this film, like in over 20 years. I love Robin Williams' character. Forrest Whitaker is always a great actor. I'm going to slightly agree with IMDb. I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Alrighty. Phil?
I am also giving it a 7.5. I definitely like this movie, and this movie and another movie I watched were good palate cleansers. But I also agree that this is like a 7.5 movie, a little bit higher than IMDb.
Yeah.
Clifford?
Yeah, I find the 7.3 might be a little harsh, but again, this movie does suffer from the time it was made.
Yeah.
Right? So a little bit, because like it suffers a little bit from that. That's not exactly what I'm going off. It's also not a movie that I'm like, oh, I gotta watch this one every year. Like it's but 7.5 feels right. 7.5 feels right.
Yeah, if this movie just comes on a television, I'm not doing anything, it will stay on my television. I won't turn it.
Well.
Yeah.
Green shirt guy.
So I enjoyed it as well. It's fully an 80s movie, but I'm okay with that.
Yes.
It doesn't it doesn't detract for me. If anything, like I said, you got what I said earlier. They're fighting this guy when they bring him in. Like, what still doesn't, to me, it's the military, I get that, but it makes no sense to me. You know what you're getting, then how can you complain about what you got? All that being said, the pacing's a little weird in spots. That's the only, if I have one real complaint, that's it. It goes from, you think you know where you're going, and then it bounces around at the end a little bit, but whatever. I enjoyed it. I'd go with a 7.5.
7.5 as well. I'm gonna give this movie an 8. I just want to give it an 8 because I enjoyed it. It made me laugh. It's Robin Williams. Every time I watch a Robin Williams movie, and I'm like, gone too soon, bro. Gone too soon.
Yeah.
And it's just like sitting there and enjoying Robin Williams. Like, he was one of a kind. There's really nobody like him. There's a lot of people that try to be like him, but you could just tell how genuine he was with all of it. And this movie as well. I thought it took him out of his regular environment and put him into like a Vietnam War setting. But even though there wasn't a lot of war in the movie, you do feel the war around him in the movie.
Yes.
So I really enjoyed this movie. I'm going to give it an 8, which gives us 7.6.
The JT Walsh tried to kill him, and that the government was like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. 7.6. We're 0.3 better than IMDb, baby.
Look at IMDb.
Know what I mean?
Suck
all right.
IMDb.
Next week, Phil's taking over. It's Film and Box Office News, episode 139. Ooh. And we're starting off Phil's 2025 season of actors with Denzel Washington. Woo, and we're doing Crimson Tide is the first movie. It also stars Gene Hackman.
They talk about comic books in this movie.
Yes, they did.
So very, very excited for that. Make sure you tune in next Sunday, 5 p.m., 2 p.m. Pacific. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific, New Keys and Hot Comics of the Week, episode 142. We'll talk about all the new keys coming out, all the new books coming out, and give you chances to win ducks as well. On Wednesdays, episode 143 of New Comic Book Day that will drop where we show all our books. This is our shop show, everything in the shop, our conversations. It's our award-winning show for 2024. And then that very night, we're doing, oh, that's the wrong one. It's going to be episode 4. You know what? I got to show it to you. I got to show it to you.
You work hard to make it, you got to show us.
I got to show it. Where is it? There it is. Boom. There he is. Episode number 4. Council of Comics Live. What's the if for?
Of the thumbnail. This one's
Hey.
It's not even it's the character. It's just
All right. 8 p.m. 5 p.m. Pacific Wednesday. Then 2 weeks from now, fill in the blanks. Episode number 9, Thursday, May 29th. Be around 8 o'clock or so. We're doing G.I. Joe. We had fun on the Transformers one. A lot of fun.
Yes, we did.
So I'm looking forward to the G.I. Joe one, and that'll finish out their Energon Universe trilogy. All right. So let's get these ducks
In a row.
You have 15 seconds to put this in the comment section. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and draw. Who's going to win this day?
Hey!
Oh, John's coming. He's on a roll.
Woo, John.
All right. We're a little over, so let's get out of here, y'all. Thank you guys for watching us tonight. Remember to tune in tomorrow night, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific for new keys and hot comics. We give you more chances to win ducks. So, for myself, for C Bizzle, for Phil, for Green Shirt Guy, for Cliff, and the rest of the Council of Comics, we love you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Make the brightest day. Where are the heroes?